simple AP processing point of view, right? The ability to do somebody's job, right? So if I'm on a vendor, I can easily go ahead and create an invoice. So new document, what type of document do I want to create? And you'll see it's kind of a tree effect here. You're similar to GP in that navigation tree, right? So you're able to say, okay, I want to create a purchase invoice. It's going to jump me over that screen. So again, you're just able to do that from there, or I could have just went directly to purchase invoice and clicked it there and created it from there. So again, you have that ability. You can copy documents. You can do all those things. Purchase journal is also a very simple way for some companies to be able to get that information in without having to do individual invoices, right? So there's some abilities there to be able to streamline that. Business Central is very focused on journals, all your different journals, sales journal, purchase journals, general journal, right? Really does that. When it comes to line details, you have recurring purchase lines. You also have recurring sales lines that you can add to a vendor or a customer. And then you just basically, while you're on the transaction, say, okay, add my recurring lines to this transaction. It's not an automated recurring generation. But if you are able to add recurring lines to different transactions based on the vendor card, the customer card, things like that. Accounts and dimensions is where it becomes very different between GP, right, and Business Central. So we're talking about our chart of accounts. Again, I'm just going to search that up. Very different in that the chart of accounts literally really is it is your presentation of your financial statements as well. You can see the groupings and such. And here all I have is my natural account number, right? I don't have my additional segments. Business Central then creates dimensions. So you have dimensions that you're able to then define, and the dimensions would be your other segments in GP. So you would define your dimensions. Those dimensions would then show up on the transaction. You would fill in those dimensions. There's 2 global dimensions that can be used throughout the system, and then you have additional dimensions that you can add to that. So that's how, instead of having a sales account and then have 10 different versions of my product lines, in this case, you would have a sales account and then you would have a dimension for your product line, right? And so the same with the department. So that's really how they're accomplishing your reporting, is through the dimensions to get those additional count segments that you would normally have in GP. So that's a big differentiator between BC. So again, I don't have to go and create, if I add 1 new product line, I don't need to go and create 30 new accounts. I just go and add that dimension, that new product line to that dimension, and now it's available. 3-way processing for AP and purchasing invoices and such, same screen, same process. Again, you can attach files. When you're doing transactions, they go from, so key differentiator between BC and GP is BC is saving real time as you're doing things. So if you change a field and you tab off that field, that is saved. That save has been committed. When it comes to the transactions themselves, they go from a open to a release to a posted status. Again, a little different terminology. Business Central doesn't have batches like GP does, so that's something to get used to. It's more real time, which is more what most people are used to in the newer cloud solutions, is that you're not working with batches and then reviewing a batch and then posting the batch. Definitely different in that regard. You can certainly process check runs. Short on time here, so I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Again, all the details that you put on an AP bill with all those item details are going to show up in the general ledger for easy reporting. So definitely some high visibility there. Purchase invoices, again, 1 screen, copy document. Again, everything is in these different action buttons. So you're really able to do all different functionalities depending on what you're here. You got get your recurring lines, copy a document, calculate the invoice taxes. So again, you have quite a bit of functionality there. It's already in. Again, this was the Navision platform, they basically made it now Business Central because now it's all cloud-based versus being on-premise like GP is.